All right, let us perform this Amazon Aurora Lab exercise. To begin with, I'm in my AWS Management Console. At the search bar, I typed RDS and selecting RDS, Relational Database Management Service. So here you can see this is the database instance, the maximum capacity available, up to 40 database instances that you can create. Right now it is 0/40. That means no instances are created and available. All right. So click on create database. My default database storage location is Oregon region. So here you can see we have these are all the database engines that Amazon supports. Amazon Aurora, MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, so to begin with, we are performing this lab exercise, Amazon Aurora. So I selected Amazon Aurora. Scroll down. We have lot many options to go with. We need to manually pick that. All right, so I will select Amazon Aurora with MySQL compatible edition. So which particular tool, the front-end tool that we'll be using to access this Amazon Aurora database. So I will go with MySQL. You can also choose a PostgreSQL if you want. So in that case, you will have to install this PostgreSQL engine in your Linux operating system to access this. To access Amazon Aurora database. So I will go with the default MySQL version, which is available. We have production as well as developer or testing environment. I will go with production environment so that we will get all the features. Database cluster name, I will open Notepad. I will start capturing the information. Okay, because these things will be handy. The database cluster identifier, I will give my name itself for easy access. And what will be the master username? I can provide anything. Let it go with admin itself. And password, I'll give the password which I can remember easily. I gave the password as PASS 111223. Instance configuration, you can see the database instance class. This is what we were discussing in the theory class. Memory optimized, whether you want memory optimized or burstable class, which type of class. That means according to that, suitable virtual machine will be selected. Inside that virtual machine, this Amazon Aurora database will be hosted. So if it is memory optimized, you can see it has got 8 virtual core CPUs, 64 GB RAM, and which has got a network speed of 4750 Mbps, that is 4 Gbps network speed. So I will go with memory optimized itself. The option is yours. Either you can go for memory optimized or burstable class. And availability and durability. So here, multi-availability zone deployment option is there. By default, it has been enabled. If we select don't create an Aurora replica, that means there will be only one primary database that will be created. Another backup database will not be created. To check this, let us go with the default option itself, so that while the database is getting created, you will see multiple availability, the database getting created in multiple availability zones that you will be able to explore. Next, we have don't connect to an EC2 instance compute resource or connect to an EC2 compute resource. So we will go with don't connect with an EC2 compute. So we can manually set up this connection at a later stage. Next, we have the subnet group. So this is the default VPC virtual private cloud. Remember yesterday's class, we have created customized VPC as well. We are not creating any customizable VPC. We'll go with the default. Public access, yes, I want, because I will be accessing this database from my local laptop or desktop computer. So that will be accessing through the internet. So I need to enable this public access, yes. And next comes the security group, the firewall. We can create a new security group if we want, or we can go with the existing one. So we'll go with the existing one itself. So the default security group is already selected. Next comes the, we'll check additional configuration. Yes, this is the port number. It is very important. The Amazon Aurora database communicates with the external devices or computers through the internet with this port number 3306. Okay, I already captured that. And how do you want to access this database? Whether you want to access this database through password authentication or use an IAM, identity and access management. I will go with password authentication. And here we have a retention period of performance inside. The log details, everything will be stored for up to 7 days. And this is the default available for our free tier usage account. If you select anything more than that, then it will be chargeable, even for this lab exercise, what you're performing. I don't want to go with that. For lab exercise, 7 days is more than enough. And these are the different types of key storage available. So please note this as well. This is an exam-based or interview-based question. AWS KMS key will be used. This is the KMS key ID. So the initial database name we will have to provide. I'll give the name. Password we have already provided. So for that, for this database, the password what we have provided earlier. And there are no more changes required. We are good to go. And go ahead, click on create database. So now we can see the database is getting created. Remember, we have selected multiple database backup required. So that's why you can see here one. This is the primary, the database cluster. For that, we have two database backup database that are created. Okay, so both are reader instance. That means only for reading purpose it is used, not for writing. So the database is getting created. This may take up to 5 minutes. Okay, let us wait and continue once this database creation is completed. Okay, now the primary database writer instance is ready. You can see it is available. The regional cluster is also available, whereas the secondary database is still getting created. That's fine. We will proceed with the configuration, other configuration settings, so that we can get connect to this Amazon Aurora database. So I'm selecting the primary database. Okay, so once you click on the primary database, you will see the endpoint. This endpoint information is very much necessary. It is very important. So I already have the endpoint captured. So to this endpoint only, we will get connect. Okay, this is the endpoint of our Amazon Aurora database. And the port number is 3306. That also I already captured. So here we will have to add this port number into the security group. Let us check if the port number is not there. Let us add the port number. So under inbound rules, we'll select edit inbound rules. So you can see the port number 3306, it is already available. It has been already added in the security group. Also, we have SSH port number 22. We also have port number 3389 for Windows RDP. Okay, everything is in place. So it is better to cross verify this. Suppose these port numbers are not available, you need to add it. And please see the port number. It is 3306. For that, it is called, the type is MySQL or Aurora. Similarly, for other, you can see Microsoft SQL. If you are using a Microsoft SQL database, you need to select this port number. So it is port number 1433. Similarly, if you are using Redshift database, the port number will change 5439. Similarly, for PostgreSQL, the port number 5432. For Oracle database, it is 1521. So different database uses different port numbers to interact, to communicate. If this port number is not enabled, you will not be able to access, or you will not be able to connect to this database instance at all. So since we did not make any changes, I will just click on cancel. Now the security group is intact. It is good. Our database part is completed. Let me create a EC2 instance. We need a device, right, to get connect to this database. So that is what I'll be doing now. I'll go to EC2 dashboard. You can see my EC2 dashboard is clean. I'm creating a instance. I'll be creating a Linux-based virtual machine. I'll call it Aurora VM. You can give any name. I'll go with Amazon Linux operating system. So instance type, all are fine. I will go with default configuration. I'm creating a key pair. It's a PPK file. Next comes the security group. Here, please select the existing security group, because it is this existing security group where the port numbers, everything is already added. Okay, so all good. We'll go ahead, click on launch instance. View all instances. So here is our Linux virtual machine that we are creating. In the meanwhile, let us check for the security groups, that is the port numbers, or is it available? You can see all the port numbers that what we had seen, it is available here. So Amazon, that is a MySQL, Aurora, SSH port, HTTP, RDP, all port numbers are already available because it is the default security group what we have selected. So let us wait for our virtual machine to be ready so that we can log in. Okay, now our Linux virtual machine is up and running. Let us connect to this virtual machine. Here we have the public IP address. Let's select the shortest way to connect to this virtual machine. Select the virtual machine, click on connect. The default username, login username is ec2-user. Click on connect. Okay, good. We are able to connect to this virtual machine. Here we need to install MySQL connecting tool. Okay, remember while creating this Amazon Aurora database, we have selected MySQL complaint. We did not select PostgreSQL. Suppose you have selected PostgreSQL complaint database, you'll have to use the PostgreSQL connecting tool that you need to use. So let me install MySQL connecting tool here, the MySQL software itself. I'll change the root login user to root user from EC2 user to root user. So here you can see earlier it was EC2 user, now it is root user. Okay. So I'm installing MySQL software. It's a connecting tool to connect to Aurora database. Aurora database is already up and running. So we need to connect to this Aurora database. Now the software is already installed. Okay, so let us prepare a command. The command is mysql -h. -h stands for the host, and next comes the endpoint. Remember, last time we have captured the endpoint. Here is the endpoint. This is the endpoint of Amazon database. Okay, followed by -u. There is the username. Username is admin, and I'll have to provide the database name. Database name also we have captured. Remember, while creating the database instance. So this is the database. So now the command is ready. I'll have to provide the password. Where to provide the password? The moment you hit enter, it'll ask for the password. You'll have to enter the password. The password what I'm typing, it will not display, or even it will not show asterisk or star. Okay, now it is successfully connected. The password I had already captured while creating the database. Here is the password. Okay, now the connection is established. I'm able to connect to the Aurora database. Now I need to create a table, so fetch the data, do anything and everything. Okay. To begin with, I will issue a command show database. There are default databases are already available. Please remember at the end of each command, there's a semicolon is mandatory thing. You can see there is a default database, one of the database, the database name what I provided, it is already available. Okay, to make it simpler for you, I will type all these commands here. So this is one command to show the databases. Suppose you want to create a new database itself. Yes, we can do that. You can issue a command, create, I'll call it maybe new hyphen DB, database, followed by a semicolon. It will not accept a hyphen. Okay, now a new database has been created. If I issue once again the same command, show databases, you will see one more name. Do you see that? New database. This is the new database apart from my previous database that I created. So now what is that we will be doing here? We can, first thing is we need to use that database to create tables or to create any information, update any information into it. The command is use the name of the database. Either I can use new DB that I created just now, or the database what I created at the time of creating this Amazon Aurora database. I'll issue the same command, use that a database name followed by a semicolon. Now I can see the database name has been changed. That means this particular database is in use. Okay, and here I want to create the tables. If I type show tables, as of now there are no tables are available. You can see it is tables are empty. All right, and I will be creating a table. What is the table? Maybe let us say for a school marks card, we want to update the database tables. For that, the command is create. We want to create a table, right? Table. What is that table name? We will call that maybe subjects. Okay. So what are all the subject names? So maybe physics. And it will be variable character. Maybe we can provide whatever is the length that you want to give. Okay. Similarly, maybe so with this, we should be able to create a table with 3 subject names I provided. So now we can see a table has been created. If you issue the command once again, show tables, you will see a table name called subject, correct? So we can, to check what are the subjects that are there inside that, once the data is filled, you'll be able to check. For that, command is describe subjects. Now we can see the 3 subject names, what I provided, physics, chemistry, maths, whatever, that has come up now, correct? So this command comes next. So this describe subjects is here. Okay, so this is the table name. That table name we are describing what is there inside that table. Okay, now you want to update some data into this table, correct? So the command is insert into what is that table name subjects, correct? And what is the value that you want to update? Maybe I'll call it 89 for physics, maybe 90 marks for chemistry, and 95 for maths. So the command is prepared. So now I want to view the data that I updated just now, correct? So for that, issue a command, select start from the table name, subjects. So this will display, you can see physics 90 marks, chemistry, physics 89, chemistry 90, and maths 95. Let me update one more. I will change the values. Maybe another student got 80. So one more row has been updated. Once again, do select start from subjects. Now you'll be able to see. Okay, so this is how now the database has been created, the table has been created. We are able to upload the data as well as we are able to view the content. So if you have an API that can fetch the data from maybe from Google, or it can fetch the data from Excel or some other third-party database, that data can be imported here as well. So as per your needs, as per your requirement, you can use the backend database for your day-to-day use. Okay, so now we have updated the data. We want to delete the data which is available. Okay, how to do that? So suppose I want to delete the first row 89, 90, 95 marks that is there. Okay, for that I will issue a command, delete from what is the table name? Table name is subjects, right? Subjects, where the first one is the column is physics. I want to delete anything that has got 89. Okay, now one row is affected. If I once again select start from subjects, you will see only one row content. Correct. Let me update this as well. This is what I did. Next, I wanted to delete. Correct. So now you want to delete the table itself. The subjects table, what you have created, that itself you want to delete. Can you do that? Yes, of course, we can do that. You can type delete table subjects. That means entire data, whatever is there inside that gets deleted. Maybe we can issue delete from subjects. There is a spelling mistake. Yes. So everything, anything and everything that was there inside that subjects table has been deleted. To check that, you can issue once again the same command, select star from subjects. Nothing is there to show. Okay. You can also use the delete command, or there is one more command, that truncate. You can also issue that truncate command. For that truncate, you need to give the table name. Okay, both will work the same way. Let me update this command as well for you. So both these commands perform the same task. So lastly, you want to delete the table name itself. You want to permanently delete the table name itself. For that, you can simply issue a command called drop that table name. Drop tables subjects. So before issuing that command, let us see describe subjects. Yes, we have, and we are going to delete that table itself. Drop tables subjects. So now we can see that table has been deleted. If we try to recall the same command, describe subjects, it will show the subjects table does not exist. Okay, so this is just a basic of the lab exercise. If you want to perform more commands about the database, yes, of course, we can perform depending upon your requirement and the need. What is the need? Now, how to exit from here? Still, you're in SQL. You can see here from Linux operating system, Linux virtual machine, we have connected to the MySQL database. Still, you are in the database. Simply type exit command. Okay, now you are back to your EC2 instance. Once again, if you type exit command from this root user account, you will come back to the EC2 user. Okay, once again, if you type exit command, you will exit, you will log off from this virtual machine. That's it. You logged off, and further we cannot do anything. So with this, we have successfully completed this Amazon Aurora database lab exercise. We will move on to the next lab.